Module 5 Extensibility Testing Considerations. Extensibility Testing Considerations. For retail POS customization and extensibility, the following are the types of testing which have to be considered: unit testing, functional testing, integration testing, performance testing, and user interface testing. Unit testing is usually done by developers who write unit test cases using some sort of unit test framework like Visual Studio Test System or NUnit. Unit testing is usually done only for isolated program logic to verify if the code written is executing correctly. Functional testing. Functional testing is a black box testing done by functional consultants or test team or customer subject matter experts. Functional testing is done against a set of functional test cases which have been written as per customer business need. Integration testing. Every retail POS application integrates with Microsoft Dynamics AX backoffice and multiple third-party applications or payment systems. Integration testing verifies if all the applications can work together to complete a business transaction, and also verifies if the data flow between the multiple systems are accurate. Performance testing. Performance testing is done keeping in mind the customer's expectations on the retail POS performance, both for transactions done at the store as well as data which is transmitted between store and Microsoft Dynamics AX. For example, time taken for pushing products from Microsoft Dynamics AX to the retail store could be a performance criteria for the customer, or the time taken for performing the retail sale transaction at the store on the POS could be a performance consideration for the customer. User interface testing. User interface testing is done to verify the ease of use of the retail POS application and if the UI of the retail POS application meets the expectation of the business. This type of test is usually executed by a functional consultant or by an independent test team or customer users. Since the retail POS UI is completely customizable, it is important to get the right expectations from the customer on how they want to lay out the UI and the screens of the retail POS before you embark on a UI testing. Testing considerations for the retail POS. This include POS automation testing, POS hardware testing. Some standard POS operations testing can be automated by using the standard POS test automation functionality. If we modify the POS shortcut and append a -de as a command line argument, POS will run in a special test mode where POS runs the tests that are set up in the retail POS database. POS hardware testing. Hardware testing includes testing all the hardware devices that are connected to a POS application. Before the device is tested with the POS, you must test all the hardware devices that have the test utility that has been provided by the device manufacturer. This helps you make sure that the device itself is working correctly. The devices which are generally tested along with the point of sale are barcode scanner. Herein you need to test if after scanning any barcode, the retail POS displays the correct item number and price. Printers. In printers testing with a retail POS, for a sale or return transaction, verify if the invoice or the credit memo can be printed on the printer with the correct data and as per the paper format specified. Waiving scale. Waiving scale is generally used for waiving any item sold. First of all, you need to verify if the weight of the item is correctly displayed on the scale and if the same weight is displayed on the retail POS when the weighing scale is integrated with the retail POS. Cash drawer. Generally, the test here is to verify for any order or sale when the tender payment is done if the cash drawer is opening at the correct time. Line display. Line display is usually meant for the customer to see the amount which they have to pay and the amount which is due for their order. You need to verify if the data which is shown on the line display is accurate and as per the order which is punched in on the retail POS. Challenges in testing retail POS. Typical testing challenges in retail POS implementations are multiple configurations. Retail POS deployments can be set up with multiple configurations. This include not only how Microsoft Dynamics AX, the Commerce Data Exchange, and the retail POS are configured, but also both the functional configuration of retail POS as well as the UI configuration of the button grids and the screen layout. Testing every possible combination of the configuration becomes a cumbersome task. It is therefore very important that scenarios which need to be tested are clearly documented and all valid combinations for that particular scenario are tested thoroughly. Peripheral issues. Every retail POS application works with multiple peripherals and hardware, including cash drawer, line display, barcode scanner, and other peripherals. It is important to verify if the issues are coming out of the retail POS or because of the peripherals or because of the integration between the peripherals and the retail POS. Complex interfaces. Some retail POS implementations can have complex interfaces. For example, interface with the credit card payment gateway. Such interfaces may lead to additional tasks and challenges in testing if a particular business transactions can be completed accurately along with these interfaces. Test lab maintenance. Because retail POS application requires a separate hardware device and the peripherals which are involved in the retail POS implementation also consume space because of their own hardware, maintaining a test lab for retail POS implementation can be a challenging task. Upgrades. Because of the advances in technology and the product releases, there can be frequent changes or updates or patches applied and testing the impact of these changes on the retail POS application can bring up its own challenges. PCI compliance. PCI compliance is very important for the retail industry. Tests should be carried out to verify if the retail POS implementation is compliant and information like customer credit card data is not being compromised in the retail POS implementation.